Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Deep Blue Renegade podcast. My name is Molly, also known as the Deep Blue Renegade, and I'd like to welcome you guys to episode 511. Today is Saturday, July 4th, 2026, and I'm glad you could join me today. I was trying to artfully include both the cityscape and at least okay light. So whatever, it's fine. So it is a fairly hot day in Shanghai. What's likely going to happen is whatever. Not that this matters, but so I spent like a couple minutes trying to figure out I spent a couple minutes trying to figure out what episode I was on. And let's just say that the internet firewalls, I'm noticing that they are quite a bit more powerful in Shanghai than they were in Guangdong. So I couldn't check on YouTube. I couldn't check on Blogger. I could check on Ravelry. So so it would be, and it has been a while since I've recorded my last episode. Part of that just has to do with travel and how busy things have been. So in the past, what I've done is actually done like centered up the trip like midweek. So that means that I can have like full weekends in a cool city like Shanghai, for example. But this trip, I was trying to accommodate a coworker who ended up not coming. So what would it be? So it'd be the case where I'm doing my transitions on the week, basically. So this was the first chance I had to record because I left on a Saturday afternoon, landed in a Sunday evening, and then immediately rolled into work because International Dateline is real. But I did want to at least show off that I'm high up in the sky. And what is it? And like, despite despite being busy doing work stuff, needing to go in to the factory every day. I don't know. I won't need to do that this week, but it's fine. So, would it be? So it would be the case where at least I get a decent amount of knitting time in as I'm transitioning from hotel to factory or from city to city. So it's been nice. And would it be? It's always super lovely to be on travel because I give myself permission to let go of all of my daytime meetings, and I just get to focus on doing stuff here. And then when the end of the day comes, it's the end of the day. So, or would it be? So a lot of this ends up being connecting with people I work with who live out here, and making sure that all of our relationships are good as we go into a new exciting year. So not too crazy here. I have been able to get quite a lot of knitting done between the Trans-Pacific flight. Would it be having a bit more downtime in the evenings, which has been super lovely. yeah, and like today, like I woke up, was able to take a shower. I already feel gross. Get my laundry sorted. I had breakfast. I got to have all of my coffee. I'll probably have an afternoon coffee or a fancy tea. I guess it depends on how I'm feeling. Yeah, and then the plan today is I'm gonna have a massage close to lunch. And then I will go down to the China Art Museum, which is in the Shanghai exhibition area. So I think there'll be some cool things to go look at. But I was trying to plan indoor activities. So it's all good. So I will walk to my massage, probably while knitting. And then I'll probably take a taxi because it's like a couple miles and nobody wants heat stroke. But it didn't feel like super terrible. It's not like it's 100, but it is gonna be 90, so it's fine. So in terms of the knitting, I did get a really good burn on my love note, and we have some good backlight. You can see all the lace now. So this must be like an entirely new project since the last one, because last episode I was talking about my scrum ring nightfall and my hexagon socks. So what it be? So in the spirit of Stash Dash, I have decided to do a sweater that requires holding yarn doubled. Which is all good. And I did end up needing to change plans. So not that I have the evidence for this anymore, and I know we can see if I can. I don't know. So when we talked, sorry, the internet situation is so bad I can't do anything. Oh dear. It's great. Oh yeah. So it was the case where what I ended up needing to do. So what I did was I swatched for the yarn that I had bought. So I had originally bought the yarn for the Love Note, which is a tin can knits pattern, at Holly's Yarn in Dallas in the year 2019. It was like hard to believe it's been 7 years since then. And the short answer was that, well, I was in the weird period where I was waiting for the year to end so that I could get my profit sharing bonus. And I wasn't super engaged at work. It's fair. I would, after work, I would go hang out at Holly's Yarn in Dallas, Texas, because it was pretty close to where my office was. And so, and at the time, Holly's Yarn, what was actually in the process of winding down. The owner, Susan, wasn't able to find a buyer. And so I was sitting in a yarn store that had everything on deep discount, and I dreamt up so many different sweaters while I was sitting there. And so what I had originally done I was losing it. So what I had originally done was I had gotten this light blue mohair silk. So this is the Shibui Silk Cloud. And then I also got black Sima, which is a merino alpaca, I think. And it is, the Sima is like super light. And the Silk Cloud is a dream. Like, this is, I think, the only mohair silk I want to use. The backlighting probably cannot. Oh wait, we can you see how fluffy this is? The fluff is so strong with this. But as you can see, I am not knitting the sweater with a black yarn. So the short answer is I brought the swatch to the knit night. I'm like, you think this is, like, I just consulted with the group. Because I was like, I don't know that this is working. Basically. So it was the case where the recommendation was that I try to find a yarn with less contrast, because the mohair silk, the colorway is Shore, and it is fairly light. Like, this is definitely like a light blue situation. And so after looking through my yarns, what I ended up finding was that I could use some of my hand spun, which is also a lot of fun. So this is a yarn which I called a Batty Voyage. It is a combination of hobbledehoy batlings. I believe like one colorway was Voyager and the other one was Gandalf. And then I also included with it like some Angora. So this is what it looks like all wound up. So very, very gorgeous. It still has contrast with the blue, but it's the blue here, but it's not like nearly as strong. And then it is making, sorry, we have to figure out the right way of not blowing this out. There might not be a good way of not blowing it out. I'll show you again back home. It's fine. This lighting situation, it's like I don't know how to make it a good. Here we go. Oh yeah. We needed to make use of the daylight, not fight the daylight. So there is still, you can still see the bright contrast from the mohair. But then like the yarn itself, and what was not really coming across there was that like there is like a little bit of stripiness to it, because like it is hand spun. I did use whatever, it was not solid colored fiber. It was like they were there definitely is like an art bat component to it, basically. So would it be? Train of thought. So it would be the case where it's not solid, but it's fairly solid. And then, because they are art bats, they do have like fun little pops and inclusions in them. So there'll be like a little like bright spot where you'll see like a little white or yellow or green or red. But overall, I think it's very tasteful. And then there's also, or would it be? It'd be the case where the yarn that I blended with, like I think I ended up dyeing. So it has some blurple in it, as well as like fun pops of teal. So it's like very rich. I think it's making like a pretty awesome sweater overall. In terms of modifications, I I did do one major modification, which is after I had cast on, I had skipped the provisional cast on, and then I ended up immediately going into some short row shaping so that we could like bring the back neck up a little bit, because I just think that looks really nice on a yoke. And then, what was it? So there's that. So that was one thing, was that I added some short rows to it. The other thing is that I ended up deciding to do short sleeves. So the thought process being, would it be like, this doesn't need to be a super warm sweater. I think I just want to have some more like tee like sweaters, instead of having a lot of long sleeve ones, basically. I ended up selecting a size, whatever. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how everything shakes out in the end. But what was it? I was trying to select a size that ended up giving me some more positive ease, so things were all very light and flowy. And in terms of how much yarn I have, I have plenty, I think. And then instead of following the pattern, I did already put in the sleeves and the neckline. So when I got through my first ball of Silk Cloud, I used that as a stopping point to go in. And I did have a knot in one of my balls of Silk Cloud, so I basically had two smaller balls. So I ended up putting in like a nice little short sleeve, and then accidentally did the correct number of rows of ribbing as the neckline. So we got a little bit of short sleeve action. And then also we have, they basically have you start like part way through the yoke, and then actually like feeling the edge. There's just like a pretty steep decrease when you work the neckline up this way. But I've tried it on. It looks cute. Obviously, I still have quite a lot of plain knitting to do on this, as you do. The pattern as written does call for a high-low hem, and I'll have to decide how I feel about that. This sweater is definitely one that is like typically paired or whatever. Like this is team dress sweater. Would it be? Typically I'm team pants. But I don't know. There might be room in my heart for more dress. I know, crazy, super crazy, right? But what is it? And why is that? So the short answer is like I might actually be team dress, because I ended up tie-dyeing that dress, and I've worn it a couple of times and it has been like super nice. So I just need a dress with some good pockets. Yeah, it was like we need those things in my life. I did pack a dress with me on the trip, but it is not a pocket dress. So whatever. I figured I might be ready for fancy dinner. We'll see if fancy dinner happens tonight or if it happens tomorrow night. We'll see. Not too worried about it. So this one has been going pretty smooth. I did a really good burn on this. Or this is primarily what I ended up working on the flight. And then for the first couple of days of the trip, so I got it to the point where it's sort of gone at just a plain knitting. PLAIN knitting. And I had put it down. I had put it down for a couple of days, in favor of my other project, because it is hot. It's so hot. And so this mohair silk is making this feel super hot. But I did do a pretty good burn on this yesterday before the plane ride, and then I decided to swap once I got on the airplane to my brioche project, and it was probably the right choice. So what'd it be? So Love Note by Tin Can Knits out of Shibui Silk Cloud, and my own hand spun. Loving this project. I anticipate that I should be able to finish this for Stash Dash, no problem. Especially if I get some good knitting time. And then this is all of this yarn, so I'll check in at some point to see when I get closer to like the halfway mark. And it may be the case where I need to empty some things out of this bag. It's all good. It's all good. All right. We need to ground crisscross applesauce. It's all good. It was like, I have my floppy hat for sun protection purposes. All right. We're coming. Okay. Cool. So that is my easy breezy knitting. Maybe a little bit too hot, but whatever, it's fine. I was planning on carrying it around with me. Yeah, it shouldn't be that crazy. Oh, there's definitely some weird things at the bottom of my bag. It was also the case where I decided to try to simplify a certain amount. So the short answer is that when I'm in China, like really the only thing you need to have with you is your phone. So it'd be the case where like all payments are electronic. It's pretty easy to be able to or the rideshare service that's available here is called Didi. Super fast, super efficient. So you can pretty much do everything you want to do with your phone. You don't need a wallet. So or would it be? And it's also the case. So one change that has happened since I was here, even just 10 months ago, is that like they also have just like facial recognition for Alipay. So as long as you have a electronic payment service, you're so good to go. So then it'd be the case where the only things that I realistically need in my bag are my projects, some sunblock, a hat, and some water. So it's all good. And then I forgot to bring my water bottle with me when I left the hotel room earlier, but it's fine. So I am just right now working on finishing a row because I hadn't wrapped it up before wandering out. And it will be the case where I was hoping to get it to a point where I could measure it. Just so I can like check in and see approximately how big is it going to turn out. So there we go. All right, so here is what we have going on. So we are super close to 2 whole repeats. So this is Willow, a Nancy Marchant pattern that is from her Knitting Fresh Brioche book. And now it's reached the point now, see, we have to work with the light, I have so much light sitting here. So this is the right side of the scarf, and now I'm almost 2 repeats in, so you can see like pretty clearly what the shape of it is going to turn out to be. And then we will also show the wrong side, and then we'll be mystified at the magic of the wrong side. So we get all that cool texture, but you really can't see the pattern. And I'm knitting this out of Apothecary in 2 yarns, which I'm calling White and Teal, because she doesn't believe in naming her yarns, and that's fine. So this is these are very rich, very beautiful colors, and so super happy about this. I'm knitting it for my nanny. She wanted a scarf, and so she loves teals and natural colors, and I'm like, my stash can satisfy. But it's totally possible, or what is it? So it is the case where so what needs to happen is, and this is probably going to end up happening while I'm out and about again, but at least I'm not flying on an airplane, is I'm going to finish the pattern repeat. I'm going to weigh how much yarn 2 chart repeats have made so that I can like make my little chart. So I just know approximately how many repeats I'm going to do of the pattern before I bind off. And I made some estimates for either doing 3 repeats, 3 column repeats, or 2 column repeats, and it was sort of trending to it was not going to be a big enough object based on my estimate from the yarn it took to make 1. So I decided to follow Nancy and do 2. What I didn't follow Nancy on was that I did add an extra column in between, so that just sort of gives like a little bit more breathing room between the willow repeats. Sadly, I have lost a stitch marker somewhere along the way, but roughly I just have stitch markers around where I have something that's changing in the pattern, because it's so easy to memorize. This one has like a big visual effect, but isn't necessarily super hard to execute. So I either have like 2 or 3 points where I'm doing increases, and then double that for other things. Oops, we're gonna take a pause quick. All right. My expected phone call arrived. Yay! So, just a little bit of extra breathing room. So, based on my calculations, this is going to be, or based on my preliminary calculations, this is trending to 27 repeats. Which feels like a lot. If I had known it was 27, then maybe I would have done the 3 and made it more of like a stole. But you know what, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. So, like, I'm trying to maximize, but there might reach a point where it's just like, okay, this is a little ridiculous. So, like, I think this is like a pretty respectable width. Obviously, adding a few stitches from my initial calculation may make things a little bit different, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm very curious about this second weigh-in, and like the goal is just to try and just note it down as I go in like notes in Ravelry. I had over 150 grams in each of these skeins. It is a light fingering, so like it was like a 600 yard per 100 gram sort of yarn. So that like totals up to like 1,000 yards in each. I'm not sure if I will be able to finish this project this summer for Stash Dash, but it would count for 2,000 yards if I did. So it would be nice, but it's fair. It may not come to pass that I finish this in time for summer, but like I guess that depends on whether or not like it becomes my primary knitting. And I guess I do have planned like a couple times of ease in my summer. Yeah. I'm working very hard to use this trip as a big deep breath. Or whatever, because the past year was pretty stressful. So I am trying to create a situation in which this year is less stressful. But we shall see. So I am enjoying the pattern. It is definitely more engaging, but not like super. It's not gonna be like it's not gonna be a big stress, basically. And like it's definitely the case where so I think what happened, because my time between recordings gotten a little bit too big, was I was showing you guys the swatch last time. So we're now in the live scarf. We will see how ridiculous this ends up turning out. It is definitely the case where maybe, I don't know, that is an interesting point, because it could turn out that like 100 grams makes a really 100 grams per yarn ends up making a really great scarf, and then like another accessory could be made to match with it, or even two, maybe not two, but we'll see how things turn out. But it was like, obviously I'm talking to you guys without all the data, but yeah, unfortunately I didn't spend some quiet time in my room figuring out or getting to the point where I would weigh it, basically. But it's all good. So yeah, there are also moments like this when there are places in the lighter yarn where it gets to be the same amount of saturation as the teal, so then I just did like a quick double take. It's like, am I knitting with the correct yarn? But it's all good. And like, I think the pattern looks really great in this yarn. This is very lovely yarn to work with. It's like a 2-ply merino silk. So I would definitely be excited to buy more from Apothecary in the future. I definitely have a very similar color palette to this in Magpie, and it is definitely making me think about what I would like to make. And that Magpie yarn is I think that one is like a merino cashmere nylon fingering weight, so a little bit different, but very similar color palette. So I've been thinking about what sort of item I would like to make with that, and I bought enough to actually do like a garment, but I would also enjoy doing brioche with it too. Or maybe a brioche garment. We don't know. So I'm definitely thinking about that. I'm also thankful or would it be that I'm not going to be buying a ton of yarn at SSK this year. That I get to enjoy the yarn that I've bought at SSKs of the past. So would it be that? That is awesome. Yeah. Now, I think, what is it? It's so funny to, in a single podcast, introduce you to a new sweater project and be like, already thinking about the next one. I don't know what is it. I don't know if that was the case where would be. I've been. It's unclear or whatever. So it'd be the case where I'm afraid if I start a whole new sweater project when I finish the love note. I don't know. It's fair. It's fair. It was like how many summer sweaters can I knit in the summertime? It's a interesting challenge. But it's fair. It's fair. Yeah, how many summer sweaters can I knit in the summer? But I definitely have plenty of summer sweater yarns. It's definitely a case where I brought all of my summer, or I brought all my linen sweaters with me on the trip. And I could totally see the scenario in which it would be super awesome to be able to include a few more not wool options, or whatever. I just knew, like, if I wanted to wear knitting in China in the summer, it had to be linen. And we got that covered, so it's all good. But yeah, so then it's a question of do I tilt towards the linen, or when I'm back in California, like I can get away with like a fingering or lace weight wool tee. So it's like, am I gonna make some of those? Not sure. But yeah, so that's just what's on my mind. So what's gonna happen on the next episode? So I'll be back in the United States again. This one will get posted late. This one will get posted next Saturday. It's fine. It was like, you guys just get some episodes week over week. It's fine. There'll be plenty of knitting progress in the meantime. So it would be I'll be able to share. So one of the things I ended up doing was doing a. I ended up doing an improvement to one of the sweaters that I'd made last year. So basically, I was having a problem where the hem was flipping up because I had done the hem of the sweater in the lighter yarn. So I'll be able to share that with you guys. It seems like I have the wrong number for some reason. Do I have the wrong number on both sides? I see. We can fix that now. I got a little excited and I did more than I was supposed to a while ago. Um, we're just gonna knit all those together and call it a day. It's very challenging, knit all of those together and call it a day. But I did want to share that sweater, but because it was too hot, or I just knew it was too hot a sweater in order to bring on this trip, so I didn't bring it to talk about today. And then I have done finishing on the Scrimbring Nightfall sweater. So buttons are done, steek is cut. I think the steek was cut when I showed it to you last time. I do still need to tack down the ribbon, so we'll see if I have time to tack down the ribbon before I record again next time. And depending on progress, we'll see if I'm already thinking about my next sweater. I guess technically speaking, I'm already starting to think about what I would like to do. So, with that, I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. So, take care, guys. Bye-bye.